Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning tea. I'm your girl, Alex Schiffman, and joining me for her second Tequila Tuesday is my co-host today, Monse Bolanos. Hey, Monse.
Yeah. Hey, girl. How are you? You look so warm in that sweater. I'm so jealous.
You know, I woke up today and I was like, of course it's October, but we live in LA, so usually it's 70 outside. But it was chilly in my apartment. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring the fall vibes out and put my sweater on. So I'm glad you appreciate it, Monse.
Yes, girl, I'm like freezing. I've got fuzzy socks on. I know we're in LA, so anybody who lives in real weather is laughing at us. But
I know.
So chilly.
I know. It's so funny. I know. This is like first world problems because we're in sunny LA and, you know, complaining about the cold. But it is October, so it starts to get a little chilly. So cut us some slack. But are you excited for your second Tequila Tuesday? I know it's your favorite drink, Monse.
Girl, I'm so stoked. I've got my Don Julio ready. So excited. I never thought I would have a job that lets me drink at 8:30 in the morning. So blessed.
I know.
Right? Blessed.
We are so blessed. We are also so blessed because the Tea Tribe joins us in their tequila drinking. Some of them do, those that are of age to drink. We'll have a little fun. And we have a great show for this Tequila Tuesday. Let me just say we have some, breaking news, some updates. There's a lot of cool stuff on the show today. So get excited, Tea Tribe. And of course, if you're just joining us, let us know in the chat, where are you watching from this Tuesday morning? Because we love to hear it. Monse, how was your Monday evening? Did you catch up on any binging?
Well, Monday nights, a little bit of football and a little bit of Dancing with the Stars, which I know we're going to talk about. But my Monday evenings are pretty, especially during football season, they're pretty staple. It's like football, Dancing with the Stars. If it overlaps, you go back and forth. But it usually doesn't, especially like if it's on the same channel. So Dancing with the Stars didn't start till 9 last night here in LA. And I was like, y'all, I got to be up early. You keep me starting this show at 9.
I mean, isn't that crazy that some of these shows start so late? I mean, due to things that kind of, air at the same time, they push them back a little bit. But like, if you really want to catch up on your shows, sometimes you got to stay up till like 12 a.m.
Right, for sure. And then I think about like when we have games here that start at 6, I'm like, the East Coast starts at 9. You have to watch this game until midnight. So as much as I complain, we do have it easier on the West Coast. We do. Like every now and then I complain, but the East Coast does have it worse when it comes to sports and things like that. I would hate it.
So true. Another thing that we are complaining a lot this morning. And we really have nothing to complain about because we're healthy. We are happy. We are, reporting on some entertainment news, things we love, and talking, all that tea. Good morning to McCall. She said, good morning. T-E-A. Exactly. Lady T Joy is saying that's like a regular airtime for stuff for me, LOL. Lady, where are you joining us from? Let us know. Where are you watching? Because let me just tell you, we have a lot to break down today. So we have some exciting news coming out of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise that I am so excited to report because I have a little personal story behind what's going on. So we'll get into that. Also, what happened on last night's episode of Dancing with the Stars, as Monse just said, she stayed up watching super late. Some interesting revelations from Selena Gomez and a new Netflix trailer for the upcoming Selena the series. Now, this is very, very exciting. We're also finally breaking down Harry Styles' new music video, which we teased, and it kind of, came out, premiered while we were on the show live yesterday. So we're going to, catch up on that. We're also talking about Addison Rae's mess up on the Billboard Music Awards stage that had fans, going crazy. It has to do something with Harry Styles as well. Behind the car Jenner gates, we're talking about how controlling Kim is of her look and whether or not Kylie Jenner is impersonating her mom, Kris, in a recent photo shoot. So you have to stick around for that. And then, of course, our OMT story of the day. We're discussing the Ariana Grande album leaks that took the internet by storm yesterday and what leaks mean for music and for fans and all that jazz. So we have a lot to break down on this Tequila Tuesday, Monsi.
Yeah, we do, girl. So much.
Cynthia is watching from Zambia. Grabani is joining us from Cali. Amanda saying, everyone give a like on the scoop. That's right. Give us a like if you are ready to spill some tea. And Monsi, I think it's about that time. You got your mug with you? You ready to spill the tea?
Yes.
All right. Cheers. Woo. All right. So you guys know how this works. We kick off the show with You Missed It. And these are all the stories you may have missed overnight. But don't worry, we handle all the trending tea for you. And first up, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And get this, they have a new diamond for next season. Confirmed yesterday, Crystal Kung Minkoff will be the first Asian American to not only join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but any of the Real Housewives franchises. Now, Crystal is a former actress, a founder of Real Coco coconut-based beverages. Primarily, it's coconut water. She is married to Rob Minkoff, co-director of Disney classics, get this, such as The Lion King, the original, The Haunted Mansion, Stuart Little, and more. Crystal is also no stranger to the Housewives. She's friends with both Teddi Mellencamp and Kathy Hilton. She was even at Kathy's Christmas party in 2019. So guys, I have to tell you a little something. Crystal Kung Minkoff is one of my oldest family friends. I've been holding in this news for weeks. I am so excited. We have spent every Christmas together, our families, since I was born. She's a little bit older than me. And I'm telling you, she's like a sister to me. She is beautiful inside and out. She's intelligent. She's classy. She's sassy. She's funny. She is a perfect addition to the cast. And I couldn't be more excited for you all to meet her this season. This is some huge news.
Yeah, that's so exciting that you have already a very clear perspective on a new cast member. That is so awesome. I'm super jealous, and I'm so excited that Bravo has opened this door to allow her to be part of the show. I'm so looking forward to the dynamic because she has kind of her foot involved in a lot of different projects when it comes to entertainment. So like she's really going to bring different perspective, and I'm super stoked. But I have to ask you, if you know, how long like kind of was the process for her from entertaining the idea of joining to officially joining? Was that like a long process?
It's been a few months. So she was introduced kind of, or asked from Teddi Mellencamp, interesting enough. They have young kids, and so they run in the same circles. And that's how she was kind of introduced to the show. Also, like I mentioned, she's friends with Kathy Hilton. So she has a lot of connections. She runs in the same circle as Kyla Richards and Lisa Rinna as well. So she was also kind of familiar with these women, but I just love, the diversity she's bringing to this show. Crystal is also a descendant of Confucius. Okay. So she has a whole, background and heritage that she will bring to the show. So not only is she going to show, diversity in Beverly Hills, but she's also super down to earth, and she wants to kind of bring a perspective that you can be down to earth and you can live a simpler life in Beverly Hills. She's amazing. I'm so excited. I hope you guys love her. I know you will. And I just can't wait for this season.
So just, if you don't have an answer, I get it. But if you had to pick, who do you think she's going to have the most conflict with? Or do you think she's not? Do you think she's going to kind of go through the show and not going to have any conflicts? Or do you think she might butt heads?
I think she's going to be very well liked by the women because, like I said, she can hang with almost anyone. And she's super clever and funny. She She has a similar personality and kind of vibe to her as Garcelle in a way.
Okay.
She's clever. I think she's going to get along with everyone. Honestly,
Oh,
I don't see one you can't dislike Crystal. You'll see.
gotcha.
You'll see.
Okay.
I hope it shows on camera how much I love her because obviously I'm a huge fan and she's always been a star in my eyes. So I am ready for this season. Let's do it. I just can't wait.
So excited. Me too. I'm so excited just to kind of like watch the show with you and see what you think of it while we're watching it. You know, like I'm so excited to discuss it as it goes along.
Yeah, and of course, like I mentioned, Rob, her husband, is a sweetheart and he's super talented and he has this whole Disney background. So that will be, I'm sure shown on the show as well. And so there's going to be a new kind of layer added to the show that wasn't necessarily there. So this is going to be cool. I hope you guys are excited. Kayla. Thank you, Kayla. Kayla's saying, I'm getting used to my girls. Monty and Alex are a great duo. I love my revolutionary bae, but I love you girls together. Can we have all three of you when he's back? Yes, Courtney is still on vacation, guys. Don't worry. We haven't forgot about him. But thank you, Kayla, for the sweet compliment. Monty and I have so much fun every day bringing you the tea. Just wanted to report that news. Of course, we will be following her all season. But let's get into something that you are following, Monty. Dancing with the Stars. Sky Jackson and partner Alan Burstyn stunned in an Argentine tango last night on Dancing with the Stars. Recovering from a slip-up last week, of course, the couple came to Villains Night dressed in Chucky-themed costumes, dancing to Billie Eilish's Everything I Wanted. So Sky and Alan earned 27 out of 30 for their hard work, sitting them safely towards the higher end of the night's scores. The winner of the night, however, went to Neve Schulman and Jenna Johnson, dancing a Paso Doble to Swan Lake remix by District 78, dressed in Black Swan attire, of course. Now, Monica Aldama and Val Shmerkovsky were eliminated last night. Always need to take a breath before I say his, beautiful Russian last name. What did you think of Sky's return? And did you love anyone else's performances?
So Sky did such a good job. And it sucks sometimes. It's a little bit unfair when the song doesn't match the dance that well. Sometimes I think they're given like a tough dance and a tough matchup, And so for Sky, it all kind of went really well together. So that's one of the reasons it was so good. But she's a very good natural dancer. She has something that you can't teach people. So she has a really nice ease to her. But she wasn't my favorite dance of the night. Neve definitely was so good and even more impressive because he actually extends. I'm not a dancer, but I want to see you extend through the last finger coming out of your body. All out. I want your toes to be pointed and out as I'm doing it right now, but you can't see. That's what I want when I see these dancers. And Neve is just doing such a beautiful job, dance after dance. Also lucky that his dance and his song meshed well together. So I thoroughly enjoyed last night's episode. I love villains. The scarier, the better. Even Disney villains, they're my game. Halloween. So I was super into it. And Tyra Banks looked good. She looked good. She changed the second time and then she made up a costume name. She was like, I am the fortress of night snow. I don't even know what she said. She made up a name. And I was like, okay, well, we're making up costumes, but you look good. So good for you, Tyra. You look good.
Yeah, I love to see that. Now, I do still have to catch up on the show. I'm going to be honest, but I did tune in for Sky's performance and Neve because I knew we were talking about it on the show. Sky killed it. Let me just say, I've always been scared of Chucky, okay? My brother had a Chucky doll that he drew all over, and we had to put it in the attic because I was so terrified of Chucky. Now, Sky, paired with Billie Eilish's music, which is already a little eerie, I think killed it. Of course, Sky comes from the Disney world. You have to be a triple threat to be a Disney star. She is not a dancer, but she does have talent and she's a performer at the end of the day. And I really think she did amazing. I agree with you though. Nev is not a dancer. He has no, dancing background. And I think that that's always exciting to see when someone that doesn't have any, dance background or any connection to performing necessarily. I guess Nev, with Catfish, he's acting a little bit and sometimes, but dancing, we don't know much about that. So that's exciting to see him kill it, right?
100%. And the same thing goes with Nelly. Like, yes, Nelly is a rapper and he is, a performer in the sense that he doesn't mind having a camera and like being able to rap his songs. But like Nelly doesn't know anything about ballroom dancing. He's learning literally every step, every kick. And I think he's doing a really good job. Nev is better. Nev is better, no question. But Nelly, really, like every week, I feel like he's like opening more and more of the door of welcoming in this expression that he's never done. And I really like watching him too. Like he's so soft on his feet. And you would think that he would be like stomping, but no, he's like gliding. I'm so impressed with Nelly.
Oh, that just brings me back. I absolutely love him. So I'm always a fan of Nelly. I want to shout out Music Show Boy who said Sky is doing great. She deserved the 10 last night. Brittany's asking who went home last night. Brittany Monica went home last night. Monica Aldama went home last night.
It was the accurate person to go home. Yeah, for sure. She just the extending that we're talking about, she doesn't do that. It's not going through her all the way.
I love that.
It's not.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, it seemed like we have a lot of Sky Jackson fans in here, so I'm sure they were excited to see her doing well and everyone else, but we will stay tuned for next week. Moving on to some Selena Gomez news. Get those crowns in the chat again because we are still talking about Selena Gomez and voting. But listen to this. So celebrities all around the country are getting out, the vote for next week's American presidential elections, and Selena Gomez spilled some serious tea. In an appearance for Voting Power Hour over the weekend, Selena revealed that this was her first time voting in the elections this year. Selena responded to a question about her first voting experience, saying, quote, "Honestly, I'm not ashamed to say this, but this was my first time. And I'm going to say that because I've never felt, and this is so true, and I'm now like admitting it to people, like my vote counts." She went on to say that she had come to realize that every little bit counts in an election, and the only way anything matters is if you make it matter. So Selena serves as co-chair on Michelle Obama's nonpartisan organization, When We All Vote, which responded to the star's admission in the comment section with, "Look at her now, be like Selena and make a plan to vote." Of course, we know that is a lyric from one of Selena's songs. What do you think of Selena opening up about this being her first time voting? And do you think it will kind of spur others to go out and vote for their first time?
100% yes. And I think it's really good and honest of her to say that because a lot of people, especially in California, really truly believe that the vote for the presidential election doesn't really matter because our system is flawed. Let's be real. The Electoral College, flawed. It's flawed. Everything's flawed. Here in California, extra flawed when it comes to the presidential election. So I'm not surprised that she's saying, this is my first time actually voting. And I think it's great that she's saying it out loud. Young voters can hear her. Even like older people maybe have never voted and they hear this and they feel comfortable like, oh, it is okay that I've never voted and this is my first time. So I think it's super great and I'm not surprised that it's her first time voting. I'm not surprised about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to this. And I do think it will, definitely excite people. And kind of, I'm sure a lot of people that haven't voted before are nervous to vote. I don't think people talk about that as much, that the process itself can be intimidating, especially for a first-time voter. So Selena has always been relatable. She's always been a role model. And I only think that this kind of furthers that kind of stereotype about Selena. She's just one of us sometimes. She's super relatable. And I hope that, it kind of, if anything positive comes from this crazy time, that some first time voters go out and get their voice heard. So I love it. I love that Michelle Obama commented on her. That's so cool. I love when celebrities, that's why I love that account comments by celebs, because when you see celebrities commenting on each other's Instagram, or just in general and social media, I love to see it.
Makes them a little normal, right? Like, just like us. Oh, you do comment on your friends' stuff, just like we do.
Love to see it. All right. Well, something else we love to see is the new trailer for Netflix's Selena, the series. So Netflix dropped a full-length trailer for Selena, the series, coming December 4th. Now, the new show will track the superstar's rise to fame from childhood to, of course, its tragic conclusion. And the trailer is a celebration of Selena's career. Now, the role will be played by Christian Serratos of The Walking Dead fame, and she completely transforms into the queen of Tejano music in the trailer. Selena made a huge impact on pop culture, both musically and by catapulting Jennifer Lopez's career to, superstardom with her portrayal of the singer in the 1997 biopic. Selena Gomez was also named after Selena. Fun fact, if you didn't know that. Are you excited for this new series on Netflix, Monty?
Super stoked. Like, I wasn't sure how the series was gonna evolve or what they were going to show us, and the trailer, it's so good. It really does kind of draw you in. They pick the perfect songs. Like, you just hear her music and you're just like ready, like you're all ready for her. I'm super stoked, and it sounds like I'm about to cough because I did, so excuse my voice and my eyes are a little watery because I was just coughing as you were talking. I got too excited about the news, but so the trailer is so good. I'm so excited to see it. And what sucks is that this is one of those shows that we already know cannot go on that long. They can stretch it out as much as they want, but this is going to be some sort of limited series. We know how it ends. We know what's going to happen. But I'm so looking forward to it. The trailer really hooked me. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much. I kind of was like, series is gonna come out, I'll watch the trailer, and I was like, okay, put it in my phone. When does it come out? I have to watch it.
I mean, this is right up my alley. I have mentioned many times on the show, I love biopics. I love learning about people's childhood and how they rose to fame, or any other, any biopic. I love learning about people. It's partly the reason why, went into journalism and entertainment journalism. So I am ready for this. Of course, I can sing every song from Selena. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I know, Monty, you and I spoke before. I've always wanted to be here for Halloween too. Like, she is iconic, and I will definitely be tuning in. T-Tribe, will you be tuning in? Let us know in the chat. Are you excited for Selena, the series, coming to Netflix December 4th? Let us know. Super cool.
Do you have a favorite Selena song? I know it's hard. There's a lot. She's got English, she's got Spanish, but do you have a favorite one? Or like one or two that you're like, oh.
I love Bitty Bitty Bum Bum, and I love Dreaming of You, of course, because I don't think anything gets better than that. But that's one that I can cry to. I like my upbeat that I can dance to, and I love my little cry song. So those are my two. What about you?
I really love, this is going to be a random one, I really love El Chico del Apartamento 512. El Chico del Apartamento 512 es el que me hace el corazón saltar. That one. I love that one.
That's a great one.
And it's like, you don't skip it.
No. Don't skip it. I mean, her music is really, 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 really great. Like,
so good.
I think that was 5 reallys I just used.
Yeah, for sure.
Cass says, I always sang Dreaming of You as a kid. Me too.
Tecnocumbia is a good one. Tecnocumbia is a good one.
That's a great one too. Chris also said, yes, Dreaming of You. Yeah, I know. Wesley in the chat. he wants to know more about her because, of course, in the biopic we saw, that tragic ending, but we're going to learn more about her and her childhood. So they did some of that in the movie, but I hope to learn more about her. So
For sure.
very excited about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into our new music spotlight, because we're talking about, the Billboard Music Awards that happened a few weeks ago, but Addison Rae opened up about her recent presenting mistake at the Billboard Music Awards when she announced Mr. Harry Styles as the winner before opening the envelope. So fans ripped into her as she presented for the Billboard chart achievement, questioning how she could have known who won before she opened the envelope. So Addison spoke about the moment on her podcast, Mama Knows Best, saying that between reading her prepared lines that were presented to her pre-show and reading from the prompter, a little stage fright took over. She went on to say, quote, "I was just overthinking the lines when I was reading them, and then it was just like throwing me off. I was like, oh gosh, I don't even know where I am right now. And then also there's like no one in this big theater, so it's like scary looking because there's no one in it, but you're like talking and the camera's on you, rolling live." I know we can definitely relate to this. Do you think that Addison deserves that kind of pushback she's been receiving for this mess up? Or do you think, it's just an honest mistake?
I think it's just an honest mistake. And also, she's not a host. She's not a presenter. I think, and I'm not trying to negatively talk about Steve Harvey, but when he messed up, I think it's but that's your job. You're a host. Yeah. This is what you do. So I think that's why people got so mad, which I also think it was an honest mistake with Steve Harvey too. I think there was just a miscommunication and all that. But with her, it's you can't get mad at her. She was probably so nervous. Like she said, this big arena, nobody's there. Everyone's watching her. I feel bad for her. That sucks. That sucks. You can't get mad at her. That's not her thing. She made a mistake. Right. Yes, but everyone's fine. We're all good.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to shout out Brittany's point in the chat. She says, aren't they on teleprompter as well before the envelope is really opened? And yes, that is a little production secret. There was a teleprompter there, which informed her that Harry Styles had won the award. And I think the nerves got the best of her, and poor girl, I'm sure it was already intimidating to be presenting at the Billboard Awards. It was her first time doing something like this. She does want to get into more acting. So I think, she'll get better as the time goes on. But Betty Ann says, I'm an awful public speaker in front of hundreds. I feel bad for her, and I took public speaking. Yeah, public speaking isn't hard, guys. Listen, we have a whole job for speaking. It takes practice. You got to learn the craft. It's not something that, sadly, anyone can do. Can you learn? Sure, I'm sure there are all classes to learn, but give her a break, in my opinion.
For sure. And she got it right. She didn't say the wrong name. So like I said, we're everyone's
exactly. Exactly. And speaking of the right name, our next story is about Harry Styles. We reported on his new music video that dropped during the tea yesterday. And now that we have had a chance to watch it, we have some thoughts. So Harry Styles released the new music video for Golden. It is everything we could have asked for from the pop idol. In the video, Harry has places to go, running all around the Amalfi Coast in loose-fitting and revealing clothes. The video looks to keep the summer alive as we transition from fall to winter, and the vibes are just right, especially with Harry diving into the water and taking off his shirt for some coastal fun. Monty, T-Tribe, what did you guys think of the music video?
I mean, visually, it's so pretty. It makes me want to travel. You're kind of just mesmerized in the scenery as he's going through it. And it totally gave me Shawn Mendes Wonder vibes. 100%. Not the same exact, but running through, driving through this open
just
scenery.
In the winter, we're on the coast. Or instead of the forest, we're on the coast.
Exactly. It kind of took me back to that, even though they're not similar, songs are not similar, but it just took me back to that moment for a second. But visually, it was so beautiful. I was like, well, clearly I got to travel. Clearly I got to go somewhere.
Yes, exactly. It just makes you want to travel. But I'm not going to lie. That little stash, that 5 o'clock stash shadow that Harry's got going on, really distracted me. I didn't love it. Um, I will say that his charm still wins me over. I mean, that boy is so adorable, and seeing him run all over Italy, of course, that's my not my hometown, but that's where my peeps are. So I love that he's in Italy.
Yeah.
But we could do without the stash, just one more shave, and we're good, Harry.
I don't
But I'll take
disagree
it.
with you. I don't disagree with you, but it was a good thing that I was distracted by the scenery, because you're right.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, he looks like that, but I'm gonna focus on everything else around it.
Oh my gosh, he's great. Wesley's saying, now give me the music video for Cherry, please, Harry, please. Let's talk about the song, Golden. Did you like the song?
Sure, like not my favorite, not my least favorite either. Definitely something that I probably won't put on my playlist, but it wasn't bad. Like the music video was cool, but the song itself, it was not my favorite for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was good. It was good. It was chill. Like if it came on, I wouldn't turn it off. But it didn't stand out to me like some of his other singles, like Watermelon Sugar, or any of his new singles. I liked more. So I hope we get more on this album. And but music video, beautiful. He looks great, and he's just a cutie. All right.
I know. You're right. You just kind of, it's like, oh, yeah, I'll just watch you. Sure.
Yeah.
I gladly will watch you, Harry Styles.
Exactly. All right. Well, it is that time in the show for us to get into those car gender gates. So beep, beep, let us in, because we have got to talk about Kim Kardashian. Say what you want about Kim Kardashian, but she knows what makes her look good. And in a recent interview for Behind the Velvet Rope with David Yontef podcast, director Alexandra Dean spoke about working with Kim for the This Is Paris documentary that came out a couple of weeks ago, which I saw and loved. Check it out. The director spoke about how Kim didn't want to be shot below the waist after discovering what kind of lenses the crew was using. She went on to say, quote, Kardashian takes it to another level. She has orchestrated everything around her before you get close to doing an interview. I saw a real powerful intellect sitting across from me. She knew exactly what I was saying, exactly what footage I was going to use. Her mind was way ahead of me. She was controlling everything in that room, noticed everything, saw everything. So the director was incredibly impressed by Kim's poise and her wherewithal regarding the shoot and what would look best. Are you at all surprised by Kim's ability to curate her own persona and the way she comes off to the world? So many people criticize the Kardashians for being vapid and image focused, but isn't this an example of there being some serious talent going into the crafting of themselves? I mean, come on.
Like, give credit where credit is due, man. They know what they're doing. As ridiculous as it may sound for us to hear this, it's kind of not surprising, and that's Kim's job. Her body, their image, it is part of their career. She has to do this. She's got to control it. And it doesn't surprise me. Give them credit. They know what they're doing, y'all. They're not dumb. Like, they've learned, kind of like we're talking about public speaking, how you can learn. It's like these people have been in the spotlight for years, and they've learned too. They know what they need to do to make sure that they stay on top for the reasons that they are on top. So this is part of her job. And Kim has surprised me over the years. Like, sometimes she really says things where I'm like, man, she really is learning, and not just about her looks. Like in that special with oh my goodness, I'm blanking out, the one on Netflix right now, my guest needs no interruption. Yeah,
David Letterman.
Thank you, David. I didn't hear. Yes, David Letterman. Thank you. I blanked out. There's a point where David asks her a very loaded question, and she's literally like, I don't know what you said. And I found it so honest, because I didn't even know what he said. So it's like she's learned. She really is learning throughout the years. And you go, Kim. I mean, like, That's why you're famous. Of course you got to do that. You do it.
Yeah, I don't blame her at all. This doesn't surprise me. Listen, like, I can completely relate. Like, we all want to look our best. There is a light in front of us. There is a ring light in front of me to provide beauty light to make us look our best. We all know our angles, especially the Kardashians. I think it just shows how intelligent she is. You know, she knows how important PR is. She knows how important interviews are. I mean, the media can make or break someone, and they have upheld this image and this brand for so long. So hate them or love them, they know what they're doing. And I love this story because it just shows like she's a boss. She is a boss. She's going to tell you how every, and I did the exact, I mean, not to compare myself to Kim, but I did the exact same thing. Like, I want to, make the best product. If I'm a part of it, I want to help produce it. I want to help post it, and I want to help with the edit. Like, I like to see something from beginning to end, so I can completely relate to this, because at the end of the day, if your name is on it, you should be proud of it. And I love this.
Yeah, and this isn't just you and I here with the ring light, because you're right. We got a ring light. We're making sure we look good. But people like if I'm taking a photo, or if I ask somebody to take a photo of me and they go down on one knee, I'm like, no, that's a terrible angle. And I tell them to stand up. Like, we all do it. We're like, no, do it this way. This is my good side. Like, we all do it. And she just does it to a level we don't understand, but we all do it.
Also, this is, not her first rodeo. Like the director said, she knew exactly what footage she was using. I mean, that footage of Kim and Paris, hanging out, and those years have been used in so many different specials and interviews on both of their lives. So she knew exactly what was going on. This isn't her first rodeo, and it'll never be. T-Tribe, how do you feel about this news? Does this surprise you, or does this seem very, on brand for Kim and the Kardashians? I just love it. I appreciate what they do and how they do it.
You just appreciate somebody who knows what they want. You give me clear direction. I like that. It's not like she's saying, I don't like this, and she doesn't explain why. No, she knows exactly what she's doing. And that's, I think, what we admire of her, that she's giving clear direction and she knows what she wants.
And to be aware of your surroundings. I think that's an important thing to note in general. And as women, always be aware of your surroundings. I think, a lot of people have done this family dirty too. So I think just, when you are at that level, you unfortunately have to be on kind of, high protection and who's surrounding you and what they can use against you. Like, it comes with the celebrity life also. So make us look good and make us sound good, and all is good. All right. Well, speaking of looking good and sounding good, Kylie Jenner showed off a new behind-the-scenes look at one of her Kylie Cosmetics shoots, and fans are saying that she has completely transformed into momager Kris Jenner. Here's the look. Kylie posted to her Instagram story some photos from her latest Wild Thing product drop, and in some of the photos, you can see her donning a kitty cat wig that had some fans making the comparison to Kris Jenner. Do you think she looks like Kris, Monsi, T-Tribe?
Yeah, like, if I squint and kind of see it from the side, sure. But no, not at all. I did not think that when I was watching her story yesterday. I was just like, oh, look at her. Okay, she looks cute in her wig. She looks different. Never did I make a connection to her mom at all. At all.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I didn't think twice that it was Kris Jenner. I actually thought, and we spoke about this before the show, that it kind of resembled a little Liza Minnelli, like a young Liza Minnelli. Or we also spoke about Liz Taylor, kind of a hybrid of the both. But no, my mind didn't go to Kris Jenner. What did you think? Nicole says, ooh, that eye makeup, God, yes. Yeah, her cat eye is looking good. Yeah. Let me just tell you. That's some good cat eye. It's a good brow. Look at that
Yeah.
contour, the lips. I mean, I'm down for the look,
Right.
but I don't know if I would go straight to Kris Jenner.
Not at
Karina
all.
says, every time one of the girls dresses up and looks like Kris, I get scared.
I really have never thought any of them look like Kris except for Kendall. Every time I see Kendall's like face, I'm like, man, she looks so much like Kris, in my opinion. None of the other ones have I ever thought, oh, she kind of looks like Kris. Never, not once, except for Kendall. And it doesn't even matter what Kendall is wearing. Her face to me is a very Kris Jenner face. I've always thought that.
Yeah, I actually think Chloe's impersonation, when she dressed up as
Yeah.
Kris on the show, I think she actually looks more like Kris. I mean, she has the sunglasses too, so I guess it covers the eyes, and so she's got the car also. Like, she really committed. So
Yeah.
maybe that's
That
why.
was funny.
That was funny. She's good at that, but no, not here. Let's see what else the T Tribe is saying. Lady T Joy is saying, I think she looks like a fairy. Oh, like a Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Totally.
McCall is saying those eyes are so sharp that they could stab a bee. Yeah, true that.
Oh my God. So many people in the chat think Chloe looks like her. Y'all really? Am I crazy?
No.
I always thought it was Kendall. And like Kendall in all looks, you know what I mean? Like I think her face reminds me so much of Kris. Everyone is like, no, Chloe.
Tiffany says, yeah, Chloe looks like her mom. Alexis, Chloe is the most Kris Jenner. I agree. McCall, Chloe was spot on. Amanda,
No.
Chloe was spot on. Oh, Tiny Media, Coco looks like Kris. Wow,
No.
I didn't know that was going to be a popular opinion.
Yeah.
I think I think, so are you guys just saying, Chloe in general resembles Kris the most, or her impression of Kris when she dresses up as Kris, she resembles her? Let's get that straight, right?
Yeah, let's get that straight. I agree. Because what I'm saying is without impersonating, Kendall looks the most like Kris. That's what I'm saying.
Brandy says, I think Kendall looks more like her father, longer face. Brandy, I also want to shout you out because that was so funny. I didn't tell you, but in the chat, she was said beep, beep, like way later, and said she was late in traffic. And I thought it was iconic. So love that you acknowledge that. Kim says, I see it, Monty, the Kendall thing. So Kim agrees with you, Monty.
Yeah, I already thanked her.
Keisha says Chloe is so good at being Kris that she made Kris believe she was Kris. Very, very good point.
Yeah.
Alexis says Chloe has Kris's cheeks and face shape. Oh, Amanda's saying, I think Kim looks most like Kris Jenner. What do you think about that?
I don't see it. I really don't. But, they all look alike in a sense. I guess they're all related, of course. But yeah, I've never thought Kim or Chloe, honestly. Like, I've never thought either of those.
Oh my gosh. Karina says, can they all dress up as Kris for Halloween? That would be iconic. They have to do that one year.
Then we decide.
And then we decide. Speaking of Halloween, it is right around the corner. I know we've spoken about it on the show a bit, but do you have any celebrity that you can remember that you loved one of their Halloween costumes one year? Like, is there anyone that stood out to you that you can think of? They're great at it. The Kardashians are great at Halloween costumes.
Are. And I can't think of it, but like I'm a big Disney princess fan. So when Kylie and her girls did the Disney princesses with like their own twist, I really like that. But I love Disney princesses, and that's like if you interpret that costume into your own, I'm all about it. Like, yes.
Oh yeah. I've been Snow White one year. I've been Belle as a little girl. I had this Belle dress that I was for like 5 years. Have I been? I think those are. Oh, and Jasmine. I have been. What about you? Which Disney princesses have you been?
I've been Belle multiple times throughout my life. Like little, and then kind of in high school, and then as an adult with all 3 different styles of costumes. That's the one. want to be like Jasmine or Ariel, but I get so cold at night that the idea
Yeah.
of having just a skimpy outfit at night, like if you told me we're gonna celebrate Halloween in July at a party, I'd be like, done. Come in my bikini
Yes.
of Ariel, like faux show. But I get so
Oh,
cold.
yeah.
I'm just a little
I know.
baby.
Oh, Halloween. Some of those nights in college, I remember just freezing. It's
Right.
always the coldest time of year. Alexa says Kim as Selena. Her body in the purple suit was spot on. Yeah, there we go. Full circle with our Car Jenners and our new series on Netflix.
Yeah.
That was a great costume. That's one of the Selenas I want to be one year for Halloween. You know who kills Halloween? Heidi Klum.
Every year.
Every year.
Every year. And does such a variety of stuff. Like, so, like she does not just always pretty and sexy. She'll do something completely different than that. It's so impressive. I love watching.
Yeah, my favorite is when she had everyone, she had like 45 Heidi Klums. Do you remember that? Yes. Speaking of everyone being Kris Jenner. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it is that time in the show. I don't really want to cheers to this, but we haven't had our tequila yet. So let's cheers to Halloween being this weekend and some iconic costumes before we get into this unfortunate news. Cheers to Tequila Tuesday.
Cheers to Tequila Tuesday without my orange to chase it.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, an orange, and I just don't have any, but an orange chaser with tequila instead of a lime. Get a little slice of orange. It will change your life, y'all.
I love that. I mean, a lime is not the best chaser anyway. You know what I mean?
I'd rather do no chaser. Like when they bring me a lime, I'm like, I just rather not, because the lime, like, it just is too sour for me. Like it makes it worse. The orange, a little sweet, so it kind of cuts it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be drinking tequila all day because I just opened up a world for you.
Well, let me just tell you that tequila with a chase of coffee, not so good. So never do that in your life if you want to. Okay. Yeah. Let's get to this OMT story because we're talking about Ariana Grande's upcoming album Positions was leaked online yesterday, possibly, and it threw fans into a spiral. So trending all over Twitter in response to the leaks, the fans seem to be split as to whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. So while many are starting the conversation about the songs on the album, fans are also speaking out about how this leak has ruined the album release for Ariana and fans alike. We do not condone this kind of thing, as it definitely ruins the hard work and the artistry that went into creating an album. We aren't going to share any links or tell you how to find them because this isn't cool at the end of the day. So what do you think of these leaks and why do you think they happened?
Girl, I don't know why they happen. Why do people do that? Like, why did you do that? Why did you think this was cool? Nobody wanted you to do that. Of course, we all want Ari's album yesterday, but we want it from Ari. We want her to drop it, not this random person. This is awful. I hate it. I don't know. I have this tequila taste in my mouth, so excuse me. I hate it. I'm not happy about it. I don't know why. Why? Why would you take this moment away from her, from the fans? Like, not only does it suck for Ariana Grande, it sucks for us. Like, we've been waiting with anticipation, so excited about this, and you just decided that, no, you're not, none of you are worthy of this. I am going to control the narrative, whoever you are. I hate it. Hate it.
I know. No, I completely agree. I think there is so much money and time and energy and talent that goes into creating this album. I mean, the whole excitement is waiting for that album to drop, is the anticipation behind it. I know that it kind of just... A true Ari fan wouldn't do something like this. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't come from a place of good. this comes from a bad place, in my opinion. I think that, Ari had said that this is one of her favorite albums she's done. I think she deserves to release it herself, like you said. And I just think about all the money, the marketing, the promotion that has gone behind this album that's just kind of like gone to waste if the album is leaked. It's just like, in today's world, it's like we need this immediate satisfaction, and it almost does us a disservice, especially in a situation like this, because it's like, just wait 3 more days or 4 more days, however long it is. Like, it's almost there. It's like, we can wait. Just be a little patient, because it's that much sweeter. Ariana Grande pun there. Sweetener. To get it when the artist wants to give it to you. I hate this story. I don't agree with it at all.
For sure, right? And like, even as a fan, like hypothetically, let's just say I come across a site and I really don't know how to hack, but let's say I accidentally hack something and I find her album. I wouldn't put it on the internet. I would be like, oh my gosh,
No.
I have her album 3 days before. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to listen to it in my room quietly. That's what a real fan is. Exactly. Like, this person is like malicious. Whoever you are out there, you suck. If you you suck. Like, no.
SWOJ says, imagine taking the time of out of your day, your months gone to waste because of some impatient Ari stan that couldn't wait 3 more days for the album to drop. It's absolutely disgusting. Totally get it. Music Showboy says, Ariana didn't deserve this. Everything got leaked. The lead single, the album cover, the track list, the features, the album, everything. Well, Ari released the track list, I'm pretty sure. So she kind of had control of that, at least. But the leaks, I mean, I don't know who would do this. I wonder if she'll find out who did this. I don't know. It could be just some hacker that has nothing to do with anything that thought it was funny. I just don't think it's funny. I think this is someone's livelihood. This is someone's career. You don't play with that, in my opinion.
For sure. And like, we're talking about somebody who is established. Like, this isn't going to affect Ariana Grande. Her fans are her fans, and we're still going to listen to it. But imagine this was somebody trying to become Ariana or Demi, trying to like get the next step, and they do this. It's just like, awful in all aspects. Don't ever do it. It's really, really crappy for everybody involved, including the fans.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm seeing what you guys are saying in the chat, T-Tribe. Crystal says, I'm not listening to a leak though. LOL, I'm going to wait patiently till the actual release. Love that, Crystal. Courtney says she released the album cover as well. Yes, she released the album cover and the track list, just to clarify that. But the music was leased. Let's see.
People are bringing in Scooter, who
would do something. Demi, when Demi released Still Have Me, it's technically was considered a leak. Some headlines were saying this song was leaked, even though she chose to leak it herself. But like, that's how you do it. An artist can leak their own music, but other people stay out of it.
No. Yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah.
If it was LeBron, I'll be so annoyed. That dude annoys me. That dude annoys me, man.
I don't know. I feel like it kind of loses the excitement when something's leaked. Maybe one song, sure. Maybe the collab, sure. But why? Why is there even a release if we're going to leak it anyway? Yes, it does. Yeah. I mean, we were surprised by Taylor Swift's album, but we didn't even know an album was in the works. I mean, we could assume, but you know what I mean? This, we had a date we were waiting for.
Yeah.
So, some breaking news. Demi is hosting the PCAs, the People's Choice Awards. Good for her. Awesome.
Yeah. Look at her go, man. You go, Demi. Like, man, best thing I never had, for sure, over there. That's what she's singing.
Karina says, Karina says Dua and Ariana both got their albums leaked. Dua was devastated and someone did this to Ariana. It's messed up. Yeah. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Lady Joy says even when people couldn't hack to leak stuff, it was getting leaked. So there's really no way to stop it, especially when computers only make it easier. Karina also says, I keep shouting her out, I know some people leak their work to see how the public takes it. That is true. Some artists do have done this on purpose. We will see. But on that note, listen, that is all the tea we have to spill today. What a fun Tequila Tuesday. Unfortunately, we ended on some sad news, but we hope that this all gets cleared up and those are held accountable if this truly happened, not on Ari's watch. It's just sad. But thank you again, Monty, for joining me today. Of course, it was so much fun. And if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments below if you're an after sipper, so we can bring you the morning tea every single morning. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time for What Wesley Say Wednesday to bring some more tea for you. And Monsi, if they want more of you after the show, where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me at Monsi Bolanos, which you can read right here and do all of the things that Alex just said. Just do it all. Yeah. She's right on it.
Do it right. And you can follow me at Alex Schiffman, just like my name you see right here. Thanks again, T-Tribe, for joining us. And Monty, on that note, wash your hands. Oh, bye, Dexter. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Stay safe. Mwah.